Hey, it's Kyle here, and it's book call time again, so I'll just get started right with it. First off is the reason I went to the bookstore and got a lot of books. Allegiant by Veronica Roth. It's one of the few times I actually went to the bookstore to get a book on the day it came out. I also purposely finished the book I was reading last night, so once I got this book, Allegiant, I could start reading it right away. I'm very excited for it. I'm sure most people have heard of the book. It's the third book in the Divergent series. Very well-known series. You know, it's fixing to become a major, big movie series starting early next spring, I believe. So I'm really excited to see how the author Veronica Roth wraps up the series. So Allegiant by Veronica Roth. Next up is They Eat Puppies, Don't They? By Christopher Buckley. This book sounded very interesting. There's one I hadn't heard of before I went to the bookstore. Title caught my eye, then I looked at the back and I really liked what it sounded like. Basically, it's kind of a political satire novel. Its basic plot is this group in the defense industry that's trying to, I guess, up weapon sales starts a rumor that China is trying to assassinate the Dalai Lama, and events spiral out of control from that, and more rumors get started, and then it becomes hard to tell what the reality and what the truth is. It's supposed to be a kind of a funny take in all this serious stuff, so I'm really interested to see how this book turns out. The premise sounds very interesting, so I'm very excited to read They Eat Puppies, Don't They? By Christopher Buckley. I love the cover too. Awesome. Next up is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I've been on a kick lately of trying to read some classic novels that I just haven't before, and Frankenstein just happens to be one of those that I just never read. I always heard great things about it. It's one of those classics. You know, some classics you always hear, well, it's a real tough read, but it's so important you need to read it anyway. I always heard really good things about Frankenstein, so I'm actually really excited to read this book, so I'm looking forward to it. So, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Next up is another book in a series, Prodigy by Marie Lu. This is the second novel in the Legend series, with the first book being Legend. Really enjoyed the first book. Not quite as much as the Divergent series, but it's enough to get me to buy the second book. I think there was a lot of premise in the idea behind the series that I didn't think was completely realized in the first novel. So I'm hoping this series is one of the cases where the second book actually gets better than the first book. So I'm interested to see where the author takes the storyline and how she develops all the characters and stuff. So, Prodigy by Marie Lu. And lastly, The Sisters Brothers by Patrick DeWitt. This is another book I hadn't heard of before I went to the store. Again, the title caught my eye. What really caught my eye was this one description of the author as if Cormac McCarthy had a sense of humor, he might have concocted a story like this. Patrick DeWitt's bloody, darkly funny Western. I'm a huge fan of Cormac McCarthy. The Road is one of my favorite books, so it kind of intrigued me to hear a novel described basically as a novel like Cormac McCarthy, except with a little bit of funny side to it. The basic plot behind this book is there's two brothers, Eli and Charlie, sisters, and they're basically hitmen, and they've been assigned a target, and that's the beginning of the plot, and kind of, I guess, things spiral out of control from there. It sounds like a kind of interesting, funny novel. Looking forward to read it to see if it really does compare very favorably with Cormac McCarthy's work. So I'm excited to read that, and that's the last book I got. If you are interested in seeing my take on Allegiant by Veronica Roth, I'll have a review up shortly, hopefully within a day or two, on Reread Books, which is the book review channel I'm a part of. The link to that channel is in the description box below, so if you want to see my review of Allegiant, just go check that out, and all the other book reviews I've done there. So I hope you enjoyed the book call. Let me know what you're reading at the moment, and if you're enjoying it a lot, or if you have any recommendations for books you think I would enjoy, just let me know in the comment section below. I'm always looking for a great book to read. So look forward to seeing what your suggestions are. Hope you enjoyed the haul, and I'll see you the next time.